Hi children, today we are going to study about the Cholas. The southern part of Indian peninsula was inhabited by the Dravidians. They had their own language and culture. This region was fully occupied by three powerful kingdoms, the Chairas, the Pandyas and the Cholas. From the three, the most powerful of the three were the Cholas. The Chola Empire, which arose the 9th century AD, brought under the control large part of peninsula. The Cholas developed a powerful navy which enabled them to develop the Indian sea trade in the Indian Ocean and conquer the two important the foreign countries, that is Sri Lanka and Maldives. Before going to the lesson, we have to mark the syllabus for this lesson. The first one, sources. Under the sources, inscription and Brihdeshwara temple. And second part of this lesson, we'll be studying about the administration under the Rajaraja and Rajendra first. Today we are going to study about the sources of the Cholas. Under the sources, the first thing we are going to study inscription. Hundreds of inscriptions both in Tamil and Sanskrit have been discovered in various parts of the Chola kingdom. The inscription of the Cholas are in the form of copper plate grants, stone inscription and inscription made of the walls and the pillar of the temples. The copper plate grants known as Anbil and Karandi as well as the Kanyakumari stone inscription give a long list of rulers indicating the origin of Chola dynasty. Another set of copper plate contains 31 copper sheets, and this written in Sanskrit and Tamil, it record very clearly the grant made to the temple by Rajendra Chola. The Chola inscription provide the very clear information about the Cholas. The first one, they tell us about the Chola administration. For example, the Uttumeri inscription gives the information on the village administration, taxation and the land revenue. The second one, some of the inscription, it gives the measurement of the land gifted to the temple. Some of them describe the various ornaments owned by deities, with the details of weight of gold and gems and the manner of their setting. A few copper plate inscriptions are preserved in the Museum of Leiden in the Holland. The record of the gifts of the land to the temple by the Chola king Parandaka in 10th century AD. These endowments came to be called with the name of Leiden grant. And the third one, it informs us about the construction of the temple and setting up of a new image of the deity. The fourth one, some inscriptions have the royal orders on taxation, land revenue, resolution of village assemblies, etc. The last one, the inscription on temple walls serve the purpose of public registration, such as record of sale and property rights and everything, etc. The second part of the archaeological sources of Chola dynasty is Brihdeshwara temple. Brihdeshwara temple. The Chola built majestic palaces and grand temples. One of the masterpieces of the Chola architecture is Brihdeshwara temple is also known as Rajarajeshwara temple at Tanjavur. The temple was built about 1000 AD by Rajaraja, the great the Chola dynasty. It was dedicated to the Lord Shiva. The temple provides the best example of Dravidian style of architecture because it shows that very clearly the vastness, design, sculpture and allied arts. The temple marks the highest achievement in the temple building tradition. The last topic for today, the features of Brihdeshwara temple. The Cholas built a number of temples. The gateway of temple was called Gopuram. The main shrine was known as the Karpagriha. Here the images of gods and goddesses were kept. These images were made either of stone or bronze. The another feature of this temple is Mandapa. The Mandapa or the audience hall was a place where the people gathered for prayer. It was built in front of main shrine. The temple consists of Nandi Mandapa, a pillar portico and an assembly hall all interconnected. Another feature of this temple is Mahamandapa. The Mahamandapa was originally three-storied. The top story was an open terrace with a row of Nandis placed on the top of its walls. The very important feature of this temple is the massive tower, Vimana. And the second one, the tower being crowned by massive dome, which is a single block of stone weighing about 90 tons. The Karpagriha housing colossal Shiva Lingam nearly 9 meters height. The inner walls containing fine and bold sculptures of various deities. In brief, we can say Brihadeshwara temple is the finest monument of a splendid period of South Indian history and the most beautiful specimen of Tamil architecture. The temple has been declared as a World Heritage Site by UNESCO. Thank you, children. Next class we can study about the administration of Rajaraja and Rajendra. Thank you.